Welcome back, folks, to Full Throttle here on the Heavy Base channel. Last time we had to give fake ID to a trucker who basically is carrying fertilizer in the back.
The barn's locked.
More or less, we are stuck with
the barn's locked.
But we are stuck where we are because the
Open
fucker
up, you
stole
minx.
our fuel line, and we really can't do much. So we could go forward, we could go backwards, but we can't. So we're literally stuck on Highway 9, and we're literally at Uncle Pete's ranch. So luckily, this is where we needed to be. This is where Maureen goes. This is where Mo goes. Whatever she needs, that's one. And it looks like there's a few things to observe as well.
There's a picture of Maureen
First of all,
and Malcolm.
picture of Maureen and Malcolm
like they're
basically
restoring
restoring a
an old
hardtail
hardtail
together.
together.
So that's basically a good old-fashioned bike.
No mementos.
And of course, he doesn't
I'll have
really
scars enough
have.
to remind me of this trip.
Ben would not take the picture because he
This must be the
already
window
has
Maureen
done
stared
that.
out of
So
as a
basically,
young girl, dreaming
dream
of
of
her
a life
life
repairing
repairing
toasters.
toasters.
Not much of a view, but that's where she lived. But he would
No.
punch her. So the more important thing is this here.
Tough-looking padlock.
This is a padlock. We can't do anything about
It's
it
a trunk with a
because
cooling
this
motor
is
sticker
probably
on it.
where we would need to go find.
It's locked.
We could kick it in, but that's not gonna work. Not gonna work out. So
No.
that's not gonna work out either. But the picture is also an observation, but also there's a pillow, suspicious pillow, and of course right here is a tire iron. Very important. We pick that up. We go ahead and use the tire iron for that one. Yeah, there's minks in the top right here, but if we use the tire iron with the lock and the thing, whilst Ben will notice there's a lot of
Junk.
junk, but there's also
And
a
the
hose
hose I
that
can
you
use
can
on my
use for his
bike.
bike for the fuel.
I don't
one.
think Mo would mind if I
So,
borrow.
with that happening,
Mo?
and there's Mo, and she's heading off. The hint is that she's a member of the Vultures. Interesting choice there. Another game that she likes to do herself with.
She took my booster fuel. Why is she running from me? She must think the whole world's against her. I think I know how that feels. That does it. He's dead. That sign. That means I'm in cavefish territory. Cavefish.
This cargo is worthless. We have been tricked, my brothers. Back to the cave. The place looks deserted. Maybe the boss was wrong and she ain't coming here.
She's coming. We just got here first. That means all we have to do is sit here and wait.
Well, this is an interesting predicament. The trucker's dead because he tried to go over. Maureen then went over the gap and over the bridge. The issue was that there's a new enemy that we have to face. the cave
A lot of weight
fish.
on those babies.
The cave fish basically
It's bolted
armed the
on.
truck to explode, and the
Ain't
truck
looking
took out
right.
the only bridge over the gorge, which is Poyang Gorge. This is the next bit of the game. But we're also going to be chased by Ripburger's minions.
Well, that's
So
all of 'em.
here's how
Can't
we're
be
going to
much
get
holding
rid of
that
them,
up
because
now.
they have something that we want. We're going to need
truck has them
three basic stuff with three basic things that we need to pick up. But let's just say we want to get this one out of the way, because we're going to need a run up towards crossing that bridge, which then is going to take us all the way to basically by ground. So since we use a tire on the wheels, we've loosened the weight, and then we put the semi-trailer over, and luckily it didn't destroy the bike. Now that would have been a lot more harder should we do so. But since basically he
mess.
just commented about it being a mess.
What a stinking
What a
mess.
stinking mess, which is true.
I'm no cowboy.
He's not fertilizer.
Maybe I'll just.
Well, we're gonna
a
take
little.
some of the we do, however, we'll take some fertilizer with us. That gets an interesting point and an interesting conversation.
call
So
that
it's
a
a
road
road
hazard.
hazard. If we go back to the ranch now, we're gonna be chased by Ripburger's
Man,
goons
that's a
in their
good-looking
cars.
bike.
So let's go ahead and kickstart the bike, and then we'll go back up. If we don't do this, it'll be an endless loop, and it'll be very annoying. Also, notice this is the combination of 2D, 3D stuff, which is very apparent here. So, we could go to my road, which is going to be literally the equivalent of the sword fighting technique. We go out of cavefish territory, and then we just go back to the ranch, where of course the goons will be waiting. Which is what we want, essentially. So he'll mention how, look at him run,
Look at him run.
which is how we're going to do this. So, we drive all the way to where the fertilizer truck was spilt. Now, they would normally, if you could do this, they would have no issues with going through the fertilizer truck in the small amount. However, since we knocked over the fertilizer, which I think is a smart ploy, as you'll probably see in a second. Too much fertilizer, they can't get rid of it, and they crash right into the wall. Which then Ripburger comes up to them, and will explain the part of his plan.
Boss, it was Nestor's fault.
Get in quick. I have a plan. We're going to look at the criminal out of hiding with a bike.
Boss, she already has a bike.
Yes, but this one she worked on with her father. It's an emotional thing. Don't try to understand.
Yeah, I agree. Don't understand
hurry.
either. So, with that out of the way, we have free reign of the road again. Although for some inconspicuous reason, I don't think it actually showed, how Ripburger and his crew get over that very large hole in the canyon now. So, we'll explain that plot hole out of the way next time, and yeah, well, that's pretty much wrap things up for this episode. So the next segment begins with a bit of stuff. So see you all next time, folks. Bye for now.